Welcome and thank you so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show on this Monday, November 17th. We were just having a little laugh because Leanne said, I am not changing the fall open until it turns December. So we're going to enjoy those pictures for all they're worth, even though when we really look out the window, it looks a little bit different right now. Hope you're staying warm. Hope you're staying safe in some of the snow that we've had. We've got a great program coming up for you today. We obviously can be seen on Charter Channel 8, as you know, 6 days a week.
Oh, wait, it's Charter 181. They changed.
Oh, it's the change. Okay, Charter 181. Well, okay, see, now I can't do it in my sleep anymore. So there we go. I have to add some new verbiage. Charter Channel 181. And of course, we can also be found out on the internet, on YouTube. When you get there, just type in Owatonna Today Show and the shows will pop up. Or you can go to thethirdhandvideo.com and click on the Owatonna Today Show tab, and from there you'll be able to access the programs. Also, we're on Facebook. So when you're out and about on Facebook, you can go ahead and like us, and you will get notifications of when those shows are up and running for the new ones for the week. The Owatonna Today Show, of course, always welcomes your comments and suggestions, ideas for guests and show topics. Please get those to owatonnatoday@charter.net or give Leanne a call at 390-5751. Well, we're going to start off our program this morning after we come back from our first break with a Give Hope concert, talking about a couple of different entities here that are going to be benefiting from that. Very excited, musical treat for you. A little bit later on in the program, we are joined by our plant ladies. So let's take this first break for our supporters and we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
If clothing catches fire, stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch on fire, do not panic and run. This only fans the fire. Stop where you are, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Cover your face with your hands to protect your eyes and your throat and lungs from the burns. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hi, my name is Dave Olson and I'm with R&K Electric, where we provide power to the people. We're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Kick off your holiday season with Advocates for Developmental Disabilities 24th Annual Festival of the Trees, Friday, November 21st at 7:30 p.m. at the Owatonna Holiday Inn. The gala is a festive evening of sparkling trees, live and silent auctions, and delectable hors d'oeuvres and desserts, all wrapped up in a package of goodwill. Tickets are available at Cashwise, Hy-Vee, Kotke's, Instaprints, or by calling 451-9769. Put some merry in your holidays by attending AD's opening night gala, Friday, November 21st. Hope to see you there.
Welcome back, and thanks again so much for joining us on this Monday, November 17th. I've got a house full this morning. I've got Mike Ferch. How are you?
Good.
And Tammi Ferch. How are you?
Good.
You go by Michael, I'm sorry.
Often.
Okay.
My official.
You know, right as I said it, I kind of went, you know what, I have a son who I never call Mike, so it just didn't even feel right calling you that, so I had to stop
He answers to
myself.
both.
That's what my mother used to call me when she wasn't quite happy with what I...
Oh, well, I don't know if I want to go there. We're happy with you, Michael. Thank you for being with us. And Julie Anderson, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me back.
You're welcome. We are going to be talking about a concert that's called Give Hope. It is coming up this Saturday. Very excited to talk about this. Michael, can you tell us a little bit about kind of how the concert originated, and then we're going to find out what it benefits and that kind of thing.
Sure. We have been wanting to do for a long time a Christian concert with contemporary Christian music.
Okay.
And Tammi has had this as one of her longtime dreams.
Right.
There's so much good music out there. We do some of it at Trinity with our musical friends at Trinity, but we've compiled so much over the years that we thought, could we find an outlet for this? We went to a concert a few years ago that we saw the format of that really looked great. It's the same musicians throughout the entire concert, but we rotate in different lead singers and background vocalists.
Oh, fun.
So we've got a group of probably 10 to 12 vocalists or so that will be coming and going throughout the night. Different groups, including the Trinity Church Choir, our Bad Tangerines group, and some personal friends, musician friends that we've had over the years.
Very nice. And you two are kind of the constants then throughout? They're coming and joining you, or are you turning over the stage to them?
At
Or
times, a little bit of both.
Okay, okay.
I'll be
Well,
part of
what
the
a fun idea.
ensemble, the band.
Okay.
We've got some musician friends, and then we'll have different vocalists coming and going. But the band will stay the same throughout.
Okay. And we want to talk a little bit about the beneficiaries too for it. And then how did you connect with, we've got Steele County Transitional Housing and Homestead Hospice, I'm going to get this right here, Patient Care Fund. How did that come about from this, from the idea for the concert in reaching out to these two?
Well, we needed somebody to benefit from this concert besides
Okay,
the
we're going
fact
to do what we need a benefit.
that we love to play this music
Very
and
nice.
we needed an excuse. So we just did some researching and figured out that we really love the idea of transitional housing, especially at this time of year. And also the hospice house just makes such a huge impact on people in the community. So we wanted to make sure that they could benefit from it.
Well, there are a couple of wonderful organizations. We're going to have Julie speak a little bit about that. We don't have a representative here from Homestead Hospice House, but I will let you just kind of explain a little bit about what we know that it is benefiting there. And that's the Patient Care Fund, and then we'll move on to Transitional Housing in Steele County.
Well, we've been so blessed to work with Tammi and Michael. I mean, I can't emphasize enough how much we appreciate these two, their talents, but also their compassion for the community. It's obvious in all that they do. And I had the privilege of meeting with the Homestead Hospice House Board of Directors recently, and this Patient Care Fund is wonderful because it helps people who might have some difficulty paying for room and board, for example, and some ancillary costs that come up when you're experiencing this. And so it's an additional way to help families and people in need through hospice, Homestead Hospice House. So we're very tickled to be partnering, and I know that the board of directors at Homestead Hospice House is very pleased as well.
Okay. And how are things going at Transitional Housing of Steele County?
We are
And
doing
this is an
well.
important time of
It
year to
is.
be talking about you.
It
isn't
is, absolutely. As people know, we have our transitional housing program, which houses people who are already homeless and are in need of housing by paying the first month's rent and damage deposit and a rental subsidy, expecting that the client will also pay their share of the rent. And then we provide case management. But the other program that we have, eviction prevention, is incredibly important this time of year because it prevents people from becoming homeless in the first place. In the winter, that's a terrible time to be homeless, as you know.
Yeah.
And so many of our children are going through this right now. In the school district, at any given time, you're dealing with a number of families, and throughout the year, about 100 kids that are homeless. Eviction prevention can stop that family from becoming homeless. So if you're in housing already and you simply need $500 to pay for the rent so that you're not evicted for this month, that $500 can keep you from cycling into homelessness.
Yeah,
and that's the
an
best way to
amazing
address
program.
the family's needs, but it's also the best way to address our community and our taxpayers. It saves money.
And we talk about it, and I joked a little bit at the beginning of the program with all the snow and the cold, and we've gotten it kind of early, and we'd like to think it's fall, but it's not a joke when you're talking about families that might actually be out of their homes and having to find something else or maybe not able to.
Absolutely. It's a very, very serious issue. We've got families living in their cars, in uninhabitable spaces, and telling their children, look, hide the fact that we're homeless because we don't want our families split up by officials. And I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about that, and people think that homelessness isn't real because it's under the radar.
Yeah. Yeah. So Steele County Transitional Housing is who to get a hold of if you or someone that you know is facing one of those situations
Absolutely.
that they might be able to help. The concert will then benefit both of those, both Transitional Housing of Steele County and the Homestead Hospice House Patient Care Fund. I'm going to get all that out.
Very good.
Yeah, thank you. When it's this Saturday, as I mentioned, when and where and some of the particulars, Michael.
Sure. It's at the Owatonna High School Auditorium.
Okay, perfect.
It's 7 o'clock. It'll probably run about an hour and a half, hour 45, so it'll be a comfortable length of time.
Okay.
But we're excited about being at the high school. They've been great about helping us schedule and get into that space. It's the perfect space to fill up.
To fill up. And now how many can we seat?
know we can do
We want
this.
it full.
We believe we could seat probably close to 600 people.
Oh my gosh.
So if we
that'd
can
be
get
amazing.
600 people, that would be fantastic.
Okay, and the cost, or is it a free will donation, or, okay?
Yep, it's a free will donation. We hope that folks will be generous. Julie was talking about both organizations. As Tammi and I were talking about who we might partner with, we thought about those people. We've had a neighbor recently that was in hospice. Tammi ran into someone recently who was in need of housing. We're all just passing through.
Yeah.
And in life, things happen. And you never know when they'll happen. You never know when you might need a place to live. Or in your last days, a place for you and your family to come together to spend that time that may be very short.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things that really
Just a couple of things that really
hit with
touched your
us.
hearts, and that's the important thing. And the things that you do come from the heart. And I know, and as Julie mentioned too, we're very blessed to have yourselves and other musicians and other wonderful people in this community that are willing to share their time and talents to benefit. And I know that your group is no stranger to doing this for fundraising opportunities too, for the Steele County Food Shelf, and I'm sure any number of other things that you can. Can you talk a little bit about some of the other individuals? I don't want you to leave out anybody, but you probably know who they all are. People might recognize some names, and that might spur someone to want to come in.
Yes, we are so lucky that most of our friends are musicians. How does
Nice.
that happen? I don't know. But
like people kind of, you know.
You'll recognize many from, if you go to the Hometown Sampler,
Okay.
you'll recognize Vianna Bolin, Colin Whalen, Dan Lear. Dan Lear's a teacher and coach at the high school. We have David Dow, is a chiropractor in town, Dr. David Dow. We have a couple of kids, Elizabeth Weipke and Greta Jacobson are playing saxophone and harmonica for us on one song. We have Jessica Dant and her dad. Her dad is coming over from Mankato to sing a gospel song. Who else? My daughter. How can we forget our daughters?
Well.
Libby Ferch and Erin Terrace
Sorry,
are
daughters.
singing. Tim Van Gelder, he's a doctor at the hospital. Jody DeCam. All of our Bad Tangerines group. Mark Sebring. Well, I'm missing people probably.
Oh gosh, Paige, we mentioned earlier.
Paige.
Kevin Eidecker.
Kevin Eidecker. And our friend Craig Timmerman, he's playing the keyboards for us.
And there is a wealth of contemporary Christian music out there, like you
Yes.
said. There's beautiful, wonderful, fun songs that you find that really have great messages. Any in particular that are your favorites that are going to be performed on Saturday?
Paige is doing a song called Shackles
Okay.
that we found that was arranged and done by Mandisa.
Really?
And it is fantastic. It's kind of a Latin funk song.
Very
That's
nice.
one of my favorites.
Okay.
You're not going to be bored. You're going to be tapping your toes.
These won't be traditional hymns, although we do a couple of hymns that are done just in a little bit of a different way.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So
Well, it
fun.
certainly sounds worth seeing and worth benefiting. And then again, it's going to be free will donations that evening to benefit two great organizations. Very much look forward to it. Again, it starts at 7 o'clock this Saturday, November 22nd. It looks like we need to acknowledge a sponsor. We have the Hometown Credit Union playing a big part in helping to make this happen.
Couldn't do it
too.
without them.
Yep. So great organizations. Again, it's Transitional Housing of Steele County, Homestead Hospice House Patient Care Fund. Come on out and enjoy a great night of contemporary Christian music with Michael and Tammi and all their pals and benefit these wonderful organizations. So we hope for a great event for you.
Thanks, Deb.
All
Thank you so
You're welcome.
much.
Thanks for being with us and have a great concert.
Thank you.
We'll take a break for our supporters and we'll be right back with our Plant Ladies.
Hi, I'm Stan Groff, Director of Steele County Public Health and a member of the United Way Community Leadership Team. United Way focuses on the building blocks of life: education, income, and health. Our programs and initiatives prepare children from birth for academic success, well-paying jobs, and a healthy lifestyle. That's why I joined Mayo Clinic Health System and the Owatonna School District to lead this year's campaign. We invite you to invest in our community by giving to the United Way.
Hi, my name is Dave Efforts with TPS Insurance. We're here to handle all your insurance needs. We are a very proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, this is Doug Johnson at the Owatonna Business Incubator, a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show. We'd like to welcome you to the incubator. If you're a small business, whether you're existing or a startup, we can help you with office space, manufacturing or warehouse, and free confidential counseling.
Hi, my name is Ryan Gillespie with Bremer Bank Mortgage. By trusting your home loan needs to Bremer Bank, you are guaranteed a personalized, straightforward, and honest experience from application to closing. We look forward to guiding you through your next home purchase or refinance.
Welcome back on this Monday, November 17th, and as I promised, we have our plant ladies and lots of props. How are you, Lorrie Rugg?
I'm great, thanks.
And Verna Thiede, how are
Very
you?
well, thank you.
It is so nice to have you here. And with the snow, I mean, it's almost impossible not to think, yep, we're in it. We're into the holiday season, and so I know what you wanted to talk about today is thinking about that gardener on your list, somebody who likes to dig around in the dirt, and what you might be thinking of for Christmas. So you have literally brought some of your favorites.
Yes,
well used. These are not new. They are well used items. But let's kind of talk about what and why you like them so much. And we're very glad to have you here on behalf of Steele County Extension and our own local group of master gardeners. So thank you for being with us.
You bet. Well, Verna and I were trying to, come up with a topic, and we thought, well, why don't we bring our favorite garden tools and favorite things that we like to use outside? Okay. And every good gardener loves garden gloves, and as you can tell, these are very well used. It's Wells Lamont gloves, but I tend to scratch a lot with my fingers, and I tend to put my fingers through the tips of the gloves, but these I have not. These are 2 years old, so I have not wrecked them yet. So these are they're kind of a plasticky, but they're very stretchy, and I've decided over the years that I need to garden with gloves, and I really, really like these gloves.
And you've got just a little bit different brand, but
Yeah,
similar
they're
in style, right?
Nitrile, very lightweight, but they don't feel like you have anything on, and that's what I like about them. But mine don't wear as well as Lorrie's, as you can see.
There's those fingertip issues, but you know what? And they're not the gardening gloves of the past. When you think about it, you almost felt like you were, had these big mitts on, and you couldn't do it. And so wearing gardening gloves was not something that I really wanted to do because I couldn't feel what I was doing. Well, these are just almost like having that nice little second skin, but they're protecting your nails and your hands and all that kind of
Because
stuff.
soil tends to dry your hands out so bad.
Yep.
So
that's a great gift.
I got for Christmas last year a gardening hand cream. It's a variety that my daughter found somewhere at a garden center. So look at your garden centers for this kind of product, because it really is a great lotion for your hands.
Specifically for
gardeners.
rebalming your hands and getting keeping the moisture there.
And then I also got a garden hat. We're supposed to be, and this is it's sun protecting, and it's bendable, so you can use it however you need to. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's like that wire ribbon.
Yep,
Okay, you have to put it
exactly.
on for us. Come on, just briefly. Don't wreck your hair too much, but it's
cool.
it's so cute too.
So you should always protect your head,
That is adorable.
You're not supposed to, get wrinkles, so this is a wrinkle preventer, I guess.
It's very good sun blocking too. That is very, very cute.
Yep. And when Verna brought hers too, linoleum knife. I've talked about this before. This is my all-time favorite garden tool. You can just get right in there. It's a linoleum knife, so it's not like in the garden section. So you have to go in different department when you're looking to buy one, but these are awesome tools.
So just in the hardware area, and if you ask them for a linoleum knife, they will know what you're talking about.
I bought this at Lowe's in the flooring department.
In flooring, okay, all right.
And it's excellent for dividing things like a hosta that has such a tough root ball. So you can slice things with it, and as well as dig, and
they're
very
awesome.
versatile.
Okay.
And pruners, of course, as you can tell, mine are used. They got left out in the rain once even, but a good pruners, there's always water things of different kinds. A good sprinkler is awesome. Ergonomically correct.
And that's another new addition too. So the tools of before too were, you kind of find you're cramping up, but they're making them so nice to use now. Look at that one.
There's a whole line of these shaped this way, and for that reason. And this is a new one this year for me, and it's called a dandelion digger. But there again, it's so versatile for if you need to make small holes, say maybe planting bulbs or digging up other things.
And that's going to cut right through. It looks like too. It's kind of almost got a little. I don't know if our viewers can really see, but it's almost not serrated like a knife, but it's got these little notches on the side that would really help dig in there. If you can see, Leanne, I'll try to zoom in there, and you can kind of see how that would work really well for getting through maybe some compacted soil or maybe some roots or something like that. So I like the fact that they're and heavy duty too. Yep, I can see
This was a new one for me also. This is a tool that was sold to my daughter. She's always looking for garden things for me. That you could divide grasses, and because of the the lip on it or the edge on it, it's really sharp right there too. So there again, you can dig and divide. So this is
Kind of like
another
a gardener's fork.
Yeah. So this was another really good one. Yeah, I like
Kinda
that
works
one
like
too.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think along the line of shovels, I've had this one forever, and it's called a soil scoop because it works really well for potting.
Okay.
So, because of the curve of it, when you pick up your potting soil, it flows into your pot really well. But it has that nice little tip on it, so it's also good for digging. It's serrated on the side, so you can scratch with it. And I find it missing a lot of times when my husband is doing landscaping outside because he likes it too.
Yeah, now that one looks like you've had it for a while. It's
Yes.
The old
Yep.
wooden handle, not as ergonomically.
Actually,
do you know if they
yeah.
make them similar? I mean, can you still find tools just like that, a soil scoop?
I think you could, yes.
Okay.
This was recommended to me by my good friend Margaret Sisser, another master gardener. So, yeah, she did well with that one, recommending
gotta
that
have that one. Okay.
This is my all-time favorite shovel.
I remember you talking about this one before.
This is my shovel that I love, and it got the green handle, so I never lose it out in the garden.
Very
But
nice.
oh my goodness, it's it's great for digging, dividing, whatever you need to have done. This is awesome.
That looks really substantial. Can I just have it?
It is. It is.
It's
It's
a
heavy.
good heavy-duty shovel, and I would think that this is kind of nice. That round grip,
Ergonomically.
again,
Yep.
ergonomically.
Yep. So this is
helpful.
awesome. Whenever you see a line of tools with the green handles, whatever it is, they're great tools.
They're good. Okay.
A good loper is also another good thing that you can use. I use that a lot for trimming and cutting rose bushes, shrubs, etc.
Okay.
So I use
Some
that
things
a
that
lot.
you might have to reach a little bit further into.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good to sew it.
My
I was kind of scared when they got here with all these things, but
I could use it for Christmas for a staff. But
Yes.
anyway, it's a new acquirement also this year, and it's called a Cobra hoe.
Okay.
Because of the way that it's
Oh, it
shaped
looks
and
like
the
a
little
snake head.
little head
Yeah.
on it. It looks like a small type of a tool, but it's another heavy duty one. Very sturdy, nice long handle, and you can hold it in a lot of different directions when you're using it. So, you can hold it sideways and do that
do
type of
something
thing.
different.
But the nice part about it is that you can get close to plants without damaging them because
sure.
you've got the small, but it is sharp, so
Yeah.
it picks up little weeds, but you can also dig down because of the curve of it and really
Okay.
get down and do some heavy duty digging as well. So
That's great, because I would probably look at that in the store and say, what in the world?
Mhm.
What exactly am I going to use that for? But that makes all the sense in the world. Sometimes you have these bigger shovel type things, and you find that you can't get in as close to something as you would like, and you can certainly do it with that. So a Cobra.
Cobra hoe, and
okay.
it comes in a shorter version too with a handle probably about that long.
Okay.
And I didn't think that would be a good one to have. I thought the long handle one would be better, but I wish I had the other one now, so that might be another
You need both.
investment. Yes,
Christmas list for Verna.
I'm on my hands and knees a lot doing things too. So
And to toot our horn here a little bit, we do sell as Master Gardeners Minnesota Gardening calendars, and they're available at the Extension office. And not only do they have awesome pictures, but they also have garden tips for each month all the way down. So these are, this is a 2011 calendar because you tend to keep them because they have good information in them.
No kidding.
So these are awesome. I think they're usually run about $10, but these are available at the Extension office.
Okay.
The other thing that Master Gardeners have written is a book called The Best Plants for 30 Tough Sites.
Okay.
And this has a lot of good information. If you have a sunny hillside, or if you have a very dry, or if you have clay soil, what kind of plants are going to really survive in that particular environment.
So if you've got one of those areas where you say, I can never get anything to grow there, what might grow? This might have some of the
Yep,
some
this
good
has got
answers.
really, really good information, as well as, there's a million different garden books on the market. I like this one because it's got pictures of weeds. This is another really good insect and disease and weed book as well. So I tend to have a pretty good library of books at home, but that's another really good gift for a gardener.
Oh my gosh, these are great. And you've got some magazines.
Oh, just some reading material for when you have those dreary, wintry days.
And we want to be thinking about spring and summer and planting.
Two of my favorites are Seed Savers from Decorah, Iowa, and the Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. And they're wonderful because they have so many beautiful pictures and probably some history of some of the things that go with them. So
Very neat.
you can go online and look at those too, but
gosh,
just
you
any
guys-
of your garden catalogs are.
These are great ideas. What a wonderful show. So if you have a gardener or a starting gardener, an established gardener, these are some great tools. Take a look and see what they have, what they don't have. wonderful Christmas gifts. Thank you
Yep.
so much, Verna and Lorrie. These are great, and I know I'm putting a few on my list. 'Cause you know me. I always talk about the fact that it's therapeutic for me to dig in the dirt. So
Yes.
great ideas. Thank you so much for joining
bet.
us, and thank you for the Steele County Extension Office and Master Gardeners for allowing us to bring these great ladies, our plant ladies, and this great information to us. So thank you again.
You bet. Thanks.
We'll survive the winter, and we'll
Yes,
make it
we
to spring,
will.
won't we? All
Yes,
right.
we will.
We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be back to wrap up.
Hi, Warren Abraham Consulting Technologies, your one-stop technology shop. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do.
Owatonna Public Utilities.
And a few announcements to wrap up the program here on this Monday, November 17th. The 24th Celebration Festival of Trees will be having its opening night gala this coming Friday evening. It will start at 7:30. It is open to the public, and it will, of course, be at the Owatonna Holiday Inn Hotel and Suites, where those trees will then be on display through Saturday, November 29th. Their tickets are $30, and they are available right now at Cashwise, Hy-Vee, Kotke Jewelers, and Insty Prints, or the Advocates for Developmental Disabilities office at 451-9769 if you have more questions about the Festival of Trees. So a wonderful event, always gets us in the spirit for Christmas. The Give Hope concert, which we talked about previously, on Saturday at the Owatonna High School Auditorium, begins at 7 o'clock. Contemporary Christian music benefiting the Homestead Hospice House Patient Care Fund and also Transitional Housing of Steele County. So we hope you are able to attend that as well. Here comes some other Black Friday blowout and breakfast buffet put on by the Parks and Recreation. All Pro Shop items will be on sale. Some are discounted 90%. Order new Brooktree shirts arriving in time for Christmas. Senior Place gift shop items are available for purchase. And then they'll be doing a breakfast buffet for just $5. It will be going on from 6 a.m. to noon on not this coming Friday, but the following Friday, November 28th. So mark your calendars for that, for those golfers and active outdoor people on your list. And if you have any questions, you can give them a call, 444-2467, and that will all be going on at the Brooktree Clubhouse. Steele County Toys for Tots is now collecting their toy drive. You'll see the boxes around town. New unwrapped toys can be placed in the available boxes through Tuesday, December 16th, and then they are distributed to children ages 0 to 15 on December 18th through the 20th. For a full list of Steele County Toys for Tots donation sites, you can go right to their website and find out a little bit more about that. But again, I don't think you have to look too far all around Steele County to see some of those Toys for Tots boxes. And again, you can contribute a new unwrapped toy to benefit some of our less fortunate children. And Steele County Historical Society is having its Christmas in the Village. It will take place on Friday, December 5th. Again, we're out there a little ways on the calendar, but we want you to keep that in mind and mark your calendars for that. That'll about wrap it up for today. Coming up on Wednesday, we'll be talking a little bit more in depth about the Homestead Hospice House and their Star of Hope celebration. Also, Infants Remembered in Silence and the Turkey Trot coming up. So please join us on Wednesday. We'll see you then.